unacceptable. Yeah. Totally unacceptable. But the thing about it is that you can't specify on one race as BLM. Sure, you guys might be getting oppressed right now, or you've been oppressed for many years, but it doesn't... Okay, you don't take your anger out on people that struggle to keep up with their life, or struggle to have a business, or struggle to, make money. You don't do that. No, that's you should be ashamed of yourself if you try doing that. And then going back again, one race, BLM, right? Black Lives Matter. What about the Hispanics? What about the Asians? Think about that. They've been oppressed. Yeah. Shit, when the Asian people came from San Francisco, dude, they considered them as sweatshop workers. That's what they considered them. When this Hispanic came, they were all farmers or slave workers for farming. That's what they were doing for. And to settle and say that only BLM matters now, all lives matter.
I mean, it's more of like an isolation statement, because if you're just going to isolate your own race and say that this life matter, you got to realize that you're the people being bad about it, because all lives do matter. That statement is clear, yes. And it's still being proved today that it's true.
Yeah, of course.
All right, continue. I'm gonna go get some water.
Yeah, that's all what I have to say, pretty much. But the George Floyd incident, that'll be for another podcast. We're mostly going to be talking about the politics now, but not about that situation, because it's a bit controversial, and I'd rather talk about that into a different podcast, to be honest, because that's more of like a heavier topic. What do you think about the BLM whole movement, and what do you guys think about just only Black Lives Matter, for Kai or Renan to respond?
Like the movement, or...
I'm asking you of, like, how do you think of it overall? Like, you can even say the movement, you could say anything about it. Do you think only Black Lives Matter? That's my other question.
Okay, not just Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. Well, not all, well, most. But yeah. Well, both lives matter. Which
are the races that you don't like? Let me ask you that.
I don't like the Jews.
Oh God, that's such a base statement to say that on a stream right there. But again, he has his own opinion and his own belief. This is America, so.
Yes, sir. This is America.
This is America.
Did you just hear what he said?
Yes, I heard it walking in, and I started hearing you laughing.
Yo. So yeah. So I think the movement is like stupid, because they destroy property.
They kill people, okay? They literally put people on the streets and hit them on the side of the neck with machetes. Alright? That's not right. If you're gonna break into somebody's property and put them on their knees and then hit them with a machete and think you're doing something, you have an issue.
Yeah.
I feel like every person that went to the Black Lives Matter propaganda or any of the protests literally have mental disabilities.
Yep.
No, to be honest, you could say those on Twitch. They're completely retarded.
Exactly. I don't know why you would go out there and destroy many things just to prove a point that's never going to be proven.
There is a giant orb spider.
Yeah, I know that there's a spider. Okay. Mute Kai if you're not gonna speak. Trust me.
Kai's just gonna call out every random thing in his room at this point. Ooh, VR headset.
It's all good. Pavlov. Sorry. Yeah, it's unnecessary, not gonna lie, to an extent, to go and kill people, even though that they respect your movement, but yet you're gonna cause harm to them. That's fucked up. That's kicking a man down. That's not even kicking a man down. That's kicking and killing a man down.
Another thing that kind of tempers me about this protest is Antifa, okay? Now,
fuck Antifa.
this
Sorry about that.
this
but,
is this
yeah.
is like a big movement. Okay, this is a bunch of federalists that can't get enough from the government, so they have to go fight their way to get somebody else as a president, just so they can get what they want. Okay, federalists. Okay, they're crazy. Realistically speaking, this is like it's like watching a bunch of white people wearing black who want to be black shooting down other people for no stupid reason.
Exactly. And I just want to let everyone aware of this. All of these are just opinions and just talking about politics and different beliefs and opinions. If you get offended, please click off the stream. Do not report. Just click off the stream.
Did you see the snap that I
It'll be
posted?
that simple. You know. But going back, sorry. Viewer discretion advised. What were we talking about? We were talking about BLM. Fuck, I lost my train of thought.
We're talking about Antifa.
Oh yeah. So I don't support them. The movement that I supported the most out of all of them, during when they were fighting against the cops and everything, I supported the Proud Boys and I supported the Boogs, the Boogaloos. Those are the two groups that I supported the most because of a lot of other reasons. I'm not going to explain them on stream right now, but
Okay,
again,
so I
calling them
watched.
white supremacist.
I watched
Okay,
a
sorry, real
video.
quick.
I watched a video on.
There you go.
I watched a video on a bunch of dudes that were against the Black Lives Matter protest. Okay, and they spotted a bunch of Antifa people. Now I liked watching the people behind the scenes that like to blend in with the crowd just to see all the fails and the horror of all the riots and the
The killing
craziness.
and everything, yeah.
Yeah, so there was a dude, they had a bunch of guns, and they were sitting outside guarding their store. And then afterwards, a bunch of rioters came in and started shooting up the place. Afterwards, the dude panicked and shot down 4 other people. 4 other people defending his place, which is a good thing. To me, it's self-defense, because if somebody were to come up to you and start trashing your place and beating you down, wouldn't you want to shoot and panic? It's self-defense.
Yeah, I'd shoot. Of course, but I'd shoot more of like the non-lethal area. Like, for an example, I don't know, the leg, the thigh, somewhere to get them down. And then, but if they keep threatening me and constantly, okay, let's give an example. If someone's charging you with a machete, I'm shooting him directly in the head.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. You're not fucking getting close to me if you're gonna fucking come with me with a slug round shotgun or fucking 12 gauge. I don't know. Anything. Any fucking weapon. Even if it's a pipe, anything. A fucking shoe, for Christ's sakes. I'm gonna shoot you down. But you don't fucking charge my property in my personal space. I don't fucking believe that, you should attack someone without any reason. Like, why would you just start attacking someone,
That's what I think the mental capability of other people in the riots and the protests, it kind of like blends in with how their maturity acts. Like, let's say the people who bark, for example, whenever they bark, they literally release spores of cancer, alright? That's to me.
The barking, the girls that fucking barked on, like, TikTok and shit like that.
Okay, so during the protests, I watched a bunch of videos on this. It was just a bunch of people barking at each other. There was the whatchamacallit, the dude, like, trying to get escorted out of his place. And there was a girl in a gorilla mask, alright? Now, after the girl in the gorilla mask passed by, she kept throwing eggs at the dude. Like, non-stop, alright? So one of the guards came up and literally pushed her off the bike, and she started yelling not to touch her. And some random dude off the street sounded like a crackhead, alright? Straight crackhead voice. Like, the most driest voice, you hear me? That kind of voice, okay? Now he pulls...
the raspy fucking voice.
Yes, and he pulls up and he just starts yelling at the guard, like, don't touch her, I'll go to your house, I'll kill you. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, is this what the U.S. has turned into? Like, to me, it's like a silent collapse of many people just wanting what they want and being stupid for it.
I'm gonna be honest, the United States or for most, I'm going to say the younger generations, I'm going to target that right now,
Oh.
is very fucking gullible. No matter what. You know, without any evidence, you just put a bold claim on like Reddit or you put it on 4chan. No one uses 4chan anymore. Do not go on there. Viewer discretion advised. Do not go on 4chan. I don't know. Like, just give an example: Reddit, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. If people still use that shit. I don't know, YouTube or Twitch. Someone makes a bold statement. Oh, this guy did so and so, without backing up any evidence. They'll immediately think it's true.
Mm-hmm,
Without any background or research. That's what I feel like is. That's what I feel like with this generation nowadays. Even with a little bit of the older generation, like the middle age or like
Come
young
on,
adults.
everybody! Biden's handing
that
out
way.
chocolate bars.
Yeah.
If you vote for him, you better go vote for him.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays with news politicians, they don't fucking do their research correctly.
There's a reason why
Yeah,
I don't
like
like
I
watching
hate that.
Fox anymore.
Huh? Sorry.
The reason why I don't like watching Fox anymore is because the co-owner of it is a Democrat.
Of course. Yeah. I only watch Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, hit me up. We'll do an interview together. I'd love to do that with you, man.
That'd be godly.
I would love to do it. I would love to do an interview with Tucker Carlson. Love to do it.
Alright,
Matt, you want to join me on that? I would love to, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, going back, let's wrap this conversation up with the BLM shit. Is anyone else need to talk? Because I think me and Matt have talked enough. We'd like some other audience to speak about this. Brian, Kai?
Yo. Hello? Yeah. What's up? What's up?
What do you think? Or Bree? Your guys' choice. I don't know. I just waiting on a response. Hello. Are you gonna be talking?
Oh yeah.
Mm.
The internet is weird.
Personally, I hate politics.
Okay.
Okay, who's talking? We talk. Okay.
Me, Bree,
Okay. Are
the only
we talking?
female voice.
Yeah. That's fine. Go ahead.
I
I'm
personally
gonna mute.
hate politics. I stay out of them. I couldn't. Well, honestly, I pick the lesser of two evils. If you kill kids, you're a jackass. Basically, that's what I believe. If you kill the kids, I'm not voting for you.
Nice. That's what we weren't talking about that, but we're talking about mostly about the BLM part. The BLM. What do you think about that?
You all can kiss my ass. I don't give a shit. Everyone matters.
On God.
Literally, I fell asleep while you guys were talking.
It's because we started to sound like CNN arguments.
Exactly that. Oh my gosh.
We weren't arguing.
We were
Oh, we weren't
agreeing.
arguing.
We were
Yeah.
agreeing and actually having a good conversation.
Okay. I was starting to fall asleep, so I wasn't really going to do
Also,
Okay.
I'm recording this. I'm recording the stream so I can post it on YouTube afterwards.
that. Okay.
Wasn't there a Capitol riot like too long ago?
Oh, the
It
U.S.
was-
Capitol.
it was
Senate
Antifa.
House.
Antifa.
Uh,
All of it was
Yeah.
Antifa.
Antifa sucks.
a few of them were Proud Boys, but Proud Boys weren't really involved. Or they were kind of involved there. They were like at the same time. They were just, I don't know. They were just there because they wanted to be there. But the Senate House, yeah, complete fucking disaster. I'd say.
I know.
But if you're gonna let the you know, you're gonna let United States citizens be able to attack and swarm the building that quick. Can you imagine if a fucking, ISIS decided to, swarm that? Or try to, I don't know, come on U.S. Shores? Would it
That's-
be that easy to just let them in, the Taliban and the ISIS members?
That's what I'm more
Huh?
afraid of now because we decided to remove all of our men from there, and we left
What,
literally.
the mall?
We literally left everything at that embassy. We have armor. Once the Taliban start to learn how to use that, they're going to start using it against us. They're going to realize how to remake that stuff for their own, which is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is
That's
what we
why
get.
they got-
This is what we get for having Biden. That's that. This is what we get for having somebody
Yeah.
that doesn't remember his own last name.
I'm pretty sure there's like
Joe Biden.
people all.
His name's Joe. That's all you need to know.
Biden search history. Who's the freaking president?
I swear to God, that's on
Um,
search history.
He's a dumbass.
I think we should go on to the topic of Kabul, Afghanistan, since we're talking about that. Okay, let me start this one off real quick. Kabul. First off, I don't mean to offend anyone that's part of Afghanistan or
Arabic.
part anything with any,
Sand monkey.
okay. Any part of like the Mediterranean sand countries like Afghanistan, Iran, or Iraq, anyone.
If
Saudi
you can
Arabia,
live in a
Turkey.
camel, we don't offend you.
Okay, so let me explain something. Okay, Afghan president, you're a pussy for fucking leaving that quick. You're a fucking pussy for leaving that quick from your country and trying to fled. You fucking pussy. You could have at least defended your country at, like, I don't know, I mean, you were running out of resources and stuff like that, but, like, think about it. You just decided to flee off.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's another part of this story that I really like because it shows that the Afghan army doesn't really show their own support for their own country. So I watched a video lately. It was an American commander. He was yelling at an Afghan soldier because, if an American commander shows up in Afghanistan, the American's in charge for a reason. And whenever he yelled at the Afghan soldier to kick down a door, the Afghan soldier looks through the window and says, "There's nobody in there. Well, you don't need to kick down the door." And then the American soldier looked at him again and told him, "Kick down the door." And he still refused to kick down the door. It shows how much of a smart mouth Afghan could be. Yet, now if you were watch them on their own, they're gone. They're out of Afghanistan, They're out of all these other places, these embassies where Taliban could just took over because they can't even defend their own country. And now I'm looking over it, and it's like an overview on how stupid people are. You see an overview on the Americans, and then you see the whole overview on the Afghan army not doing anything. I feel like whenever we were there, they were more protected. But now if the Afghan army completely removed out of their own country and retreating, for example.
Because we have a job to do. That's
Exactly.
why.
We were
don't
sent
see
there
that
to
they
do
have a job to
something.
do. See, they are very unmotivated to do anything. Like right there what you just said, I remember I also saw that video too. There was also another video on an Afghan soldier snitching to the Taliban, telling where the U.S. were going to be.
That was the
That's
the
another
outposts.
video. And he stated, the fucking drill sergeant said, "Listen, I don't have to come down here, waste my fucking time, and, waste my men to protect your asses because you decide to go with the Taliban. See, are you here for your country, or are you here for the Taliban?"
That was whatchamacallit. That was the outpost. I remember that movie like it was the back of my head.
Yeah.
That was a very good movie. It kind of made me want to listen more to Rita Wilson songs.
No, but it was an actual video clip. It's not a movie. It was actually a clip during also in Kabul. It was quite
You
quite
start
retarded
to
how
understand.
They all raised their hand in believing for Taliban.
So you start to understand more of the joke of Kamal and Kabul. Now think about it. See like the picture right there? It's Kamal and Kabul.
Yeah.
It shows that Kamal doesn't know what she's doing. That means anybody in Kabul doesn't know what they're doing.
Of course, yeah. Alright, anyone else? Sorry. Let's, Bree. She's muted, okay. Renan, what do you think about that whole situation in Afghanistan?
They weak as fuck.
I like how stated that
weak.
is.
They need to be stronger. What the hell? How'd you let those fucking terrorists, get in, bro? My God. Hold on, let me search up the average height of a tele.
Dude, I swear to God, they look like Tuscan Raiders sometimes.
Bree,
I have nothing
I invite you to stage. Nope, come on. You have something to say, I know.
Why?
You have something to say, I know. You were talking to me about this, like, about a week ago. I remember.
Okay, wait. Okay, restate the question so I can get
What do you
some-
feel? How do you feel about the whole situation in Afghanistan, in Kabul, of how the U.S. is approaching it and how the Afghan army is approaching it?
Afghan
Pretty much.
army.
Afghan, yeah. Okay.
I don't really pay attention to this shit. I can only listen to the news for like literally 3 minutes and then I
Jesus Christ.
Well, I will say this though. Why do the Brits have to get involved? Also, I noticed that. Did you notice that?
Revenge for the France.
The Brits and French are involved too in Kabul.
It's the revenge from the French, because I remember back in World War II, whenever we started getting into, or more of the Korean War, whenever we went into South Korea and the French were there, and we had to help them. So now the French has to help us with the issue, which is not really going to work out
The French
that
and
way.
the Brits. Yeah, the French and the Brits are there too, and I was just confused why British are there too. But I guess we're helping them, yeah. But at the same time, we barely had any time to like evacuate all of our equipment.
We got fresh tanks down there for the Afghan to use. We're screwed anyways. Why don't
M1 Abrams?
I
Just
swear?
take an AC-130, bro.
Once we
They
get
don't have an AC-130.
true, but one
If they had an
once
AC-130, America would be screwed if they had an AC-130.
once Trump ever gets reelected, which we know he is, because at the end of the day, Trump is more superior. I feel like
let's
I feel
save
like-
that at the end, though. The election.
oh yeah, I
Didn't
feel like
people,
I
like,
feel like
all,
game
like,
plan would be to nuke Cabal.
Didn't some people get stuck there?
See, the problem with nuking Cabal is that's a shit ton of people's homes there, and you got to think of it also another thing. The Model United Nations will not agree with that. Because then who's going to get involved? ISIS is going to get involved.
Germany.
And then, I don't know, Germany. Why Germany?
You never know. Once a nuke is launched, Germany might retaliate. If not Germany, then it would be Russia
We're
retaliating.
allies with Germany.
If
We're
it's-
allies with Germany.
If it's not Germany, then it's the Russians.
It's if we launch a nuke, it's you know we have to worry about another sand country. Iran is the other country you have to worry about.
True.
Oh yeah,
Iran, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Syria. You have to also worry about Russia. Russia, not really that much. They're working on their oil crisis still, till this day. And
They got more sand
You know,
parts
you-
they can take.
but the other thing that we need to worry about, the two other superpowers, is North Korea and China. We launch that nuke, then China's gonna think, oh, well, we should probably be able to use nuclear warfare against America now. But then again, China won't do that shit because we trade with them so much.
That in Japan.
Yeah. Everything is so... Okay, again, it's not cheap yes, sometimes it's cheap quality in China. But everything is made cheap there because if we made it in America, it'd be worth 6 or 8 times the amount. Your iPhone, your Android phone, your phone that's like worth, I don't know, let's give an example, $500 to $400. That's
No,
going to be
my
worth like $4,000.
my phone's like $20.
If made in America. There's a
If
reason why
made in
there's no like
America.
actual phones that were actually made in America, besides like the Google stuff. That was the more made in America.
Oh, those chinks did good.
Oh,
But yeah,
God.
I also remembered that there was a bunch of like HQs in China or Japan. The one thing I always try to remember is that Japan and China are two separate countries, okay? Now
Yeah.
I remember I was small and I thought I had a big brain and I connected Japan and China together. And I thought like all of it together was just China. And Japan was just like a province of China.
Province or a territory.
Yeah, like a territory of China. So I was looking into it and I was just like, wait a minute. If I put 2 and 2 together, it won't go. I want to see that. I want to see Japan go to war with China right now.
That's
Like if
see, Japan is too numb right now. You're gonna have so many weebs in the fucking army.
that's another thing though, because you know what Japan's really known for, right? They're known for their naval. China doesn't really have a navy. Japan does. And yet there's no waters that truly connect between China and Japan. So that means Japan will completely get wiped out and then China will take control of the naval. Which I would clearly like because I don't completely trust Japan because they've made some wrong choices back in the other world wars.
Oh yeah. Well, then again, having those or thinking that, or holding a grudge because of world wars, shouldn't be a thing. You should worry about China because we Americans do not like socialism or communism or dictatorship, do we now?
No, we do not.
No. We want freedom. Freedom.
We like gummy bears.
Our country thrives on capitalism and so democracy. Let's just say that, okay?
More democracy.
Hey, you little frog.
Going back, let's just give a viewer discretion advice. Renan is Asian, by the way. That's why he said that slur. He's Asian, so don't worry about it.
I'm Asian, no crap.
He's more Filipino.
Asian.
He's more Filipino than Asian.
What's wrong with what?
I'm a weeb. A weeb.
I never said there was anything wrong with the weebs. I said that the whole Japan army, if they were doing like a conscription or a draft, it would be filled with weebs. Holy shit.
Like, if we were to do a simulation of Japan versus China, I think it would be like a complete wipe. Japan would be
The Chinese
removed.
conscription right now, or the draft. If you had Chinese conscription or draft right now, like for war, oh my god, you'd have so many angry Chinese CS:GO players.
They know how to use the AK.
Then again, I love the Chinese culture and food, not the politics.
Okay,
But
I love the Chinese culture. In fact, I would like to go to China for one of their animal days, okay? I want to go for, like, Cock Day or something.
I would only go to Hong Kong, but anywhere else now, I wouldn't go to China because the air quality is ass.
I do.
Really
There's
bad
one.
down there.
There's one specific vacation I'd like to go if it's going to be included with
Oh
Asians.
god, fucking hell.
No.
Okay,
I'd like to go to Seoul.
next topic. Yeah, since you mentioned who needs air, global warming.
Are we really going to talk about global warming? No.
Okay, so
Man, people need to switch to solar.
our Earth. Real talk, everyone. Okay, I don't want any
They
argument.
exist.
No, that's not what I'm gonna say. Our Earth
It's warming.
is struggling.
I disagree.
You disagree? Why? Why do you disagree that it's struggling to live?
Because when
Look
I
at our fucking air
when I
quality.
wake up in the morning and I see glares coming through the window from other people. So
But
beg
I
your
would
pardon?
have to my ceiling, thank you.
So when I wake up in the morning and I see glares from other people's solar panels on the top of their roof entering my house and burning my eyes, I don't want to die from not sleeping, okay? I want to wake up in the morning, I don't want it to be dark. I don't want solar panel glare to burn through my windows and burn my eyes.
Okay. on the side note of that, yeah, but
My neighbor's
in
house
reality,
is an
though-
exact angle of the window, dude. I'm scared to walk towards that window.
Do you would you rather?
You go, Kai.
Would you rather have wind turbines
I would rather wind turbine than solar panels. Okay.
Okay,
Why would you black out blinds?
I do think that we need to stop, like, polluting our fucking Earth a little bit because we are getting on a dangerous path for
We
our
have
Earth. Not gonna lie, I
Trash
think we can all
Island.
agree on that. I think we can all agree on that. You know, I think yes, we can still use gasoline, oil. I'm not gonna say we shouldn't use that. That's a main thing that we need our vehicles to run, a lot of industries to run.
It's the only thing
But I'm
that's
thinking
fueling
about
California
kind of
right now.
Stopping fossil fuels, but continue probably doing nuclear energy. Even though, yes, nuclear energy is kind of a fucking scary topic, but more green. I know that it sounds like a fucking more of like a liberal statement, but in reality, we need to fucking change our country, or not country, but our world.
Yeah.
We really need to change our world because of what is happening around the world with, again, you remember that whole storm that's going on towards the east coast of the United States, all
Coming
of the east
straight
side
to me.
of the United States. Let's give another example. A flood in Germany and Belgium. The glaciers are starting to melt more. See, we need to really fix our fucking world because our world is gonna perish before, you know, our kids or grandkids can see. You know.
It's gonna be
Apparently, in 15 years, fucking Miami Beach is gonna go bye-bye. Because of slowly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because waters rise if glaciers melt.
Yeah.
I feel like in the future, there's a reason why we're going to Mars. It's because the Earth is about to go bye-bye. But then,
Then again, you can't put 7.4 billion people or 7.5 billion people on Mars.
I'm staying on Earth for that.
We need to be able to go to a planet. If we can go from space to another planet, or well, we can't obviously go to space, but if we could go to a planet that has water and has, I don't know, let's give an example, land and oxygen and comfortable temperatures to live and be able to live on, go for it.
if we can have,
But I don't think we're in that capability or technology to do that yet.
honestly, like if we had the technology,
Suits.
if we had the technology to actually break into another universe, like imagine a multi-universe.
Generation of people to get there.
Guys, we have to remember, our resources are very little.
What do you mean by for resources?
We're low
Like
on
what?
coal. We're
Oil?
low on oil.
Anyways, yeah, thank you.
Sooner or later, we're going to be going through an oil crisis. It's not going to be good because that's what our president's doing to us.
As long as you don't have a dinosaur nugget crisis, I'm fine.
Somebody give this
is
woman some
gonna
gummy
be back-
bears.
We're not gonna go back to the 18th century, guys. Come on, we're not gonna go on horse
Okay.
and buggy type of shit.
I got this from my dad, okay? Once
Relax.
the next world war that we're ever going to have is literally going to be back to the Stone Age.
The next
And I'm not
war
gonna
will
lie.
happen. Trust me.
I'm not
You
lying
know
to
why?
you.
You know why World War III will never happen? You want to explain why? No. Yes, that's one reason. But two is to end the world. To end our planet. That's the thing. Our next world war could pretty much end our planet if we use nukes. And I don't know, for an example, let's give another example. Not many people want another war. You know, not many people are that angry to want another war like that. Maybe a civil war, maybe a war between another country, like United States versus pretty much Iran, Iraq, Syria,
Texas
Saudi Arabia,
versus the U.S.
and Afghanistan.
We take everything to take them.
You've been fighting with them for so long.
The Iraq war wasn't a mistake, but again, I wouldn't consider that as a loss since we pulled out our troops. We did lose the Iraq war, but that was kind of like, not gonna lie, was stupid. Going back.
I'm gonna go get some more water.
Sorry. We were talking about war. Fuck.
Ow.
can speak right now. You guys can go. I'll figure this out.
So, how's your day
My
going?
dogs.
Honestly, I don't like politics at all.
My day? Oh.
Israel. All right. Yes.
No, we are not. No,
Israel.
No.
We are talking about Israel. Yes.
No.
Now, the thing about I want to specify on this. All right. We back up every country in America backs up literally almost every country in the world. Literally almost every country in the world. Am I wrong by that?
No, sir. No,
Matt?
off.
Is Matt there?
Maybe.
Matt's dead. I can't hear
I
Matt.
like Israel personally.
Oh, you there?
Yo, everyone clap your hands until it goes back.
So, let me go continuing on. Israel. My main concern and my main problem with that government, or the whole reason why I feel like that country, I don't mind the people. I don't mind anyone else of the culture or anything like that. I fucking hate the politics and the governing system over there.
Yeah.
Why does America have to sacrifice $6.1 billion of our taxpayer money every fucking year to give it to Israel for military equipment, yet we back them up with already enough military equipment, we back them up with enough money. The problem is that we have 2.2% of Jewish influence. Like 7.4 million Jewish people are in America. Now, you may call me a Nazi. I am not a Nazi. I love all races. I love the Jews. I just don't like the Jewish influence. I don't like the governing system.
Hey.
That's not calling me a Nazi.
Pause.
What?
I'm about to go to bed because my stepdad is making me angry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for a second.